InShalla and Ashe. Blessings to you, my energetic beings, and welcome to the Daily Snippet. It's November 30th, 2021, and it's actually as if our fate is opening up to a new channel, an otherworldly one, also with a contrast from possibly what we might have originally believed. So it's kind of like being ready to jump a timeline or enter a different lifetime or possibly an incarnation, even. Walking into the future and kind of getting a stamp of verification from an otherworldly visitor because we have been approved. It's a galactic day. But the elemental realm of today, let's see, we had a snake day yesterday. So today we get a horse. And we had yin earth. So today is a young water horse day, and I truly love water days, especially when it's water from the heavenly realm or the heavenly universe. And the horse, well, it looks like we have all of the elements today, except nature is actually hidden in the month there. And we need nature actually to calm our nervous system. Getting out in nature really recalibrates our essence, our spirit, our light. So the concrete jungle really creates ill health energetically. I myself have this fern gully situation going on. These enforcers are tearing apart the village without even considering the havoc that it's costing the neighborhood's energetic field, the environment. However, I had an epiphany this morning. What harms me also harms them. So I literally sent that energy right back at them, the higher ups, It's not the worker's fault, but sending the energy back to where it came from. So, what I'm trying to say is, what you are being on the inside is what gets returned from the outside. And the universe is galactic and it's magical that way in its return of what I would call spiritual law or spiritual karma. So the harm you do to others, mine being my village, from the corporations and the governments that really have no integrity and don't honor their word and lie, if you will, I'm returning that energy to the beings that be. So let's get on with the horse, though, and the water day. So the energy of the horse, it needs to belong. It's having this belonging energy to love and also to be loved, to belonging to someone or to something, to cease to be the outsider kind of looking in. That's the energy of the horse. And we all have this energy somewhere, whether it's the year, the month, the day, or generally it floats around in the hour. All of these little critters do, but we all have them. But the horse wants to be touched and to touch. That's the horse's desire, the innate desire. Open, affectionate, really demonstrative when it comes to trust. They need to be around people and that their express of love be there or express their love of beauty, and they need to actually live in that beauty. They like symmetrical surroundings. The ordinary or the sordid makes them cringe. So you really don't want to reject the sensitive horse offhand because their heart will literally break and they'll walk away. They'll walk away with their head down and they really won't risk love again for quite a while because they're vulnerable to the offer of that love anyway, and they seek to be one in unity with their mate, whoever that is. Loyal, they're trusting, but once you've proven that you're not worthy of that loyalty, they shut down, they close the doors, and able to not be hurt again, or at least for a very long time. They forgive and they forget a million zillion times, but if the horse hits the 1,000,000 to 1 kind of thing, it can be really the straw that breaks the horse's back rather than the camel's. So just walking away and really just never looking back. So, it's like have a heart, a cold heart, or hard-hearted. Those are different energies of the horse. At least those heart phrases, they deal with the horse who's been hurt one too many times. Then they seem kind of self-absorbed. Maybe they see a little remote, a hermit, possibly myself I'm thinking of. But they seek to protect their heart from the battering and the bruising. So it's the energy of being kind of saddled in, like how a horse gets saddled in from birth, or maybe broken, how you break a horse in somewhere along the journey, along the way. But they're always looking or they really want to be that free-spirited animal that really roamed the earth, debuted, I'm thinking of the Mavericks a long time ago, the freedom, right? Freedom reigns. But being that the heart is the energy pathway for the horse, the heart center, personally, I belong is the affirmation due to the horse needing to be merged with another and ultimately where they belong. So if they are deprived when walking kind of on their solitary road, being a maverick horse cut out from the herd, they can become kind of mangy and their body reflects that separateness. So forgiveness is the key to healing the horse's heart. So we all have a place where we feel that we truly belong, right? Where we will give and receive love open-heartedly. And we all have this horse energy, again, somewhere in our energetic field. But this being a water horse, it's flowing along and the water soothes the fire. So it's these opposing forces that allow for the balance. And we really don't have a lot of wood energy there or nature to feed the fire, if you will. It's kind of hidden, so it hasn't actually birthed through. But we have more water. So wood is the element to restore the balance of the energy of today. And this is some warm water. It's not really steaming water because they're both yang waters. The pig is a yang water, and so is the day. The day is yang water. It's the Ren Wu day. It's a little, at least it's not a woo-woo, right? But the feeding of the hidden element, water feeds that hidden element. And there's also water in the year, so we've got plenty of water, but we totally would need some more wood to nurture the fire, the horse, for that loving and where they belong, right? So this is kind of searching where we belong today. So whatever you believe about yourself to be true, we kind of decide, but it's really time to kind of renounce, if you will, rip up the script, the false story, the outer field narrative, the movie, right? That sometimes really shuts us down from moving forward. It just takes one little snippet sometimes to shut us down from our personal optimistic venue. So the feeling of really being drawn around the narrative, the script or the story, and we're kind of editing areas with a strong inner knowingness, heart-centric, determining to kind of devote ourselves to whatever it is in our system of beliefs. I actually just did an interview about beliefs and mindset that I think goes live next week. Not this Sunday, but the following. But we oftentimes feel as if we're out of time or, we have too much on our plate and we don't have enough of us to go around. It really takes a village to take care of a village. And when it comes to our own personal change and our transformation, or the village, sometimes is what holds us back, that environment, due to the fact that when we change, they're either going to have to change too or jump ship, right? So that's kind of what happens when we don't let our vitality kind of burst through and become light. So it's a day to really kind of jump ship, take the adventure, get on the stage, and, what do you believe about yourself to be true, and take a stand to authenticate it. So it's a twist in our soul's memoir, our soul's story, taking a spiritual cue. So when we see ourselves differently through the eyes of the Creator, the God channel, we believe in ourselves with a totally new light, one that we might have never really felt before, but we always knew there was a beacon there within us. And when we become empowered and take our power to the boss over that area of our lives, because we kind of are our own boss, right? But it's like this subtle energy surgery in the field when we execute ourselves to go one way and then deny access to those others. And it's true. When we allow the wrong beliefs to kind of run rampant like a horse, or ideas to be free to do whatever they want to do, they really drain our life force energy out of our lives, and our energetic system becomes suffocating. The path becomes suffocated, and we want to take, it suffocates the path that we want to take to manifest and create. So we, if we can tune into our feelings, that's our energy in motion, emotion, to oppose those forces of adversity, the feelings are really our best barometer They really seal the deal. So if you don't feel good about something, that's the part of us. It's really the only aspect that can be felt. It's our energetic alert signal that most of us kind of sometimes push aside, but it's really the one that's alerting us that it's possibly not in our best or our highest interest or our good and our gooder, right? So it's a day really to cut away from all these false narratives, remove that script, anything that's limiting your belief system, not allowing your feelings to really be the beacon and flow through to see what does or doesn't resonate in your beingness, and take the stand to really carry out your own personal belief. Only really if it's in alignment again with what you're feeling and your heart center, of course, because it really is a heart day. It's time to like raise the bar, take the step to upcycle to a healthier you, but use your feelings in all ways to know really what's healthiest because they will never lie. Our feelings, like even the gut sense, right? That's a knowingness. So, what does your beingness believe life should feel like on your day to day and really elevate those lower signals of feelings and take a stand to really resonate with those higher octaves? What do you believe about yourself and what do you feel about that belief? And really use your feelings to affirm your energetic system. We all could be just recalibrating an old belief, a conditioning, a program, or even take a stand with a belief that even made us feel afraid, even not to be in our integrity and in our authenticity. So, what you believe about yourself to be true really has to resonate with our heart and also our feelings to be the outcome of our heart's desire. It has to be in alignment to be a force of reckoning with, a force to reckon, like a power force. It's like our willpower is taking the belief to the self and like taking a stand, really. But our third eye being online, along with our soul's harmonic, so you might get some juicy signals coming in. It could be a shape, it could be a sound, it could be a color, just a signal, anything colorful, really, or visual signs that come in threes. You could be driving and hit a stop sign or a red light. That's a sign, right? Colors of deep blues, deep juicy purples would be my favorite. The galactic hues, of course, the blues and the purples of the galaxy. Magic, there's really a lot of magic when it comes to the galactic corridor. But the moon herself is in Libra. So those are our feelings. And when they open up to the signals, that soul's harmonic, the reception center, to receive kind of the juice. So it's like I am ready to receive the juice and open to the galactic abundance. It's like the gravy channel, if you like gravy, all the cosmic soup ingredients, and I'm okay to be that beacon. It's really super juicy there. And we have this bountiful magic day of cosmic energy, really. So it's a day for our thoughts to be supported about our future, the one that's best for us, the ones that are in alignment for us. And we might not really understand at first what has to be done, but the bounty of the world, the bounty, it's going to grow when the beginning feels, sometimes it feels the heaviest. And that's when we actually are our strongest. And that's when we burst through as that beacon of light. So our heart, the horse energy, the horse of the day, is really our strongest foundation. And we are leveling the foundation, if you will, leaving our wounded ego. So you might feel your heart transform that wound actually once and for all, transmute it. And the galactic universe, the goddess herself, goddess universe, unites today, truly has our back, the goddess herself. So all of these octaves of higher love and vibration are really activated today because we're in this galactic, otherworldly support system to make our reality real. But remember, it's through the perseverance with love added, the ingredient, to that cosmic soup, really keeps the juice alive, the passion, the innate desire to come really to fruition. I'm seeing like a burst of a flower, any kind. It's actually a daisy. What am I saying? But keeping the flow of going with the highest feeling, the juiciest feeling, and the flow will follow that juice. So it's really a day to take care of ourselves first. So you're ready to kind of be the essence, the spiritual essence that you are, and really the being that resides within you. My Musing Moon meditation is probably going to go out tomorrow if you have yet to tune into it and subscribe. But the juice is on. The corridor, the door is open to that venue. So the sound of silence with the third eye or the Om channel, I prefer the sound of silence, along with adding some swishing or upcycling to our nervous system and our vitality. That's the energy of wood. And energy is something that can be seen, it can be felt, but the heart really needs the juice, the green smoothies, the greens. I kind of prefer the greens. But the stone of the day, there we go. Get rid of that little juicy. Kyanite, which I have some kyanite. Mine's actually all blue, but this one looks juicy, so I picked it up. So this is like a welcome shift in our perception, and it embraces all of our soul support system. So you could ask for as you go, you could have a crazy for this stone. But this loving stone is shifting salty sky moods. It's forever about the magic that comes with the healing through the heart center, cleansing our throat center, and awakening our third eye. That's why I chose it. But the stone is all about self-discovery in a very gentle way, and it really invites us to sink into a deeper meditation whenever we need to carve out some time and some space, which that creates our boundaries, time and space. So it also sharpens our memory, those skills of memory, and it helps guide us towards a more logical thinking when we are problem solving and that area is out of balance or really just more connected to emotional overdrive. That can happen quite frequently, right? The emotions, the ocean of emotions. But it's this beautiful blue. It's born from the word kyanus, which translates to deep blue. It's kind of, what could I say? It's just these watery hues that have been discovered across the globe, from Switzerland's chocolate box scenes to Kenya's golden ebb and flow, the velvet depths of India, the liveliness of Brazil, Russia, and even the USA. So it's super magical with that. But it's humming with high vibrations, and it seemingly frees us from gathering toxic energies. It's got this pure and cleansing energy, like swimming in an ocean. It's all about the feeling good and also about the flow. And there's different kinds of kyanite crystals, actually. Mine is blue kyanite. That's the most popular. It comes from the singing high vibrations, like the most blue colored crystals. It connects to our throat center, and our throat is where our authentic truth comes from. So when we're able to communicate this truth with the world and feel heard, we're truly on our path to achieving our fullest potential. I also have a black kyanite, which is, it's just dark and delicious, and it really connects us to our base center, our root center. And this is actually one of the most important ones, really, because this is where we root into our own personal sense of safety. It's really kind of one of the stronger grounding stones of kyanite. And we're clearing out those imbalances that can kind of trip us off kilter and help us to replenish our meridian system. Today, that would be the heart. But it really works wonders on all blockages because it comes from these fabulous higher frequencies and vibrations. It's full of these positive pockets. It inspires stronger connections and loyalty, the branch of friendship to kind of bloom like that flower. But when it comes to our physical body, kyanite has got our number. It's this amazing natural pain reliever. It's just ready to lend a hand from everything, really, from helping to lower blood pressure to sorting out inflammation and just helping the body fend off all those different kinds of infections. If you've been forced to deal with some sort of physical trauma, the stone is kind of magical to assist in recovery. It assists with the brain to heal by sharpening our mind, which we need that. And it helps with our neural pathways to form. So it encourages some solid sleep, healthy eating patterns, just getting our body in tip-top shape for physical healing and also our health. But it's also one of the most calming, healing crystals that you could actually wish for. If you find that your nerves are feeling frayed or you're prone to quick bursts of anger or anxiety, this is a stone to really soothe the hot head and piece feelings of chaos back together like a puzzle. It's great for softening our communication and growing with compassion. It also assists in dream recall, which, sometimes we get our most important messages from the galactic universe when we're actually in our sleep side. Just being able to remember our dreams helps us kind of pick apart the meaning and kind of decipher what our intuition and our galactic universe really has to say. But it really invites us to heal and to really look deep within ourselves, to really stop just sitting in that victim mode, the victim mentality, and harness the correct control of our own life. It encourages a different or a logical way of thinking, and it really asks us not to be tightly bound to our intense emotions and to really find our soul path with certainty. So it really is just this amazing energetic cleanser of our energy system. It has different styles and shades, and they connect to different energy centers, but it's really known for encouraging linear plus logical thinking. But that doesn't mean that it skips out when it comes to our spiritual sophistication and just raising our psychic abilities or our intuition, because crystals that hum at higher frequencies can often be related to the powers of telepathy, the subtle bodies, and just connecting with our spirit guides. And even if all of that's a little bit too much of a leap for you at this moment, Kyanite can still keep things spiritually earthbound, just clearing out that cosmic negative energy or earthbound negative energy, just tapping into our deeper intuition by strengthening our third eye and helping us to balance out an abundance of the yang energy. So this stone just wants us to cut through any delusion or any illusion, which is awesome. And again, I get my insights from, it's called Tiny Rituals, if you're curious. But the cards of the day, which is fun. Look at that. I don't know if you can see it. This is the Justice card. Reminds me of our Libra moon. Justice, right? Libras. But justice, it's this powerful rendering of all the scales of justice that really magnify our actions and make sure that our karma is in full play, whether we're dealing with an important legal matter or just replaying a small, justice. But when justice appears, we really have the security of knowing that law, balance, that insurance is going to be on our side. I'm going with that because I've got the situation in my backyard. But if you're facing a legal matter, things are going to work out the way you'd like them to. But also, I'd realize that you might be called to be accountable for your part as well in the actions. But really don't worry. If you've treated others fairly in the past, you're going to be treated fairly now as well. So it's this karma, spiritual karma, earthly karma, physical karma, different levels of karma. So just keep a level head when you see justice and just make sure that you have your priorities in order. Super exciting there. And then we have the Two of Wands. Yes, congratulations. And she's got her wand and she's going to travel the earth or go traveling in the background there, her wand. You can see the map, I guess. But we've taken the action that's presented to us from the ace and we've kind of mounted it on our wand, our own personal wand. So we're in this process of putting our concrete plans together, hopefully not the concrete jungle. But the energy of the wand is really filling us with this excitement to really see how far out of our comfort zone, becoming unfamiliar or uncomfortable, how far, the comfort zone, how far are we willing to travel? So with the Two of Wands showing up, just be ready to make some really juicy choices and explore all the prospects that you kind of have laid out ahead of you. for that juicy future. So we have this wonderful energy. We should be very optimistic about all of the possibilities that we have in our future. So this is kind of an indication that we have started the groundwork, leveling it up on a new idea, a job opportunity. Everything's looking positive and also juicy. So you might not have actually started the work yet, the process, but however, you know what you have to do in order to be very successful. And everybody has their idea of success, right? Like they do, or they perceive you as a success. It's kind of crazy, but you might need to kind of step outside of your own comfort zone, get out of your box. And that's really kind of the small little nugget, the small price to pay for success. Then we have, this is a juicy card too. Actually, they're all juicy. What can I say? Then we have the Queen of Wands. She's this lovely aristocrat. She's using her magic to charm the gentleman who's helping her out of the stagecoach. I don't know if you can see that, but that's kind of what it is. But she's this powerful, inspiring woman who can just handle anything that comes her way, whatever it is. She's been traveling for days in this cramped little carriage, but she'll never let you know that she was inconvenienced either. She kind of feels kind of Virgo-esque. But the Queen of Wands is this strong, passionate woman, could be a man even, who embodies many of these qualities that really make for a great person of influence, an influencer. So, a lot of people would love to marry the Queen of Wands, be the Queen of Wands, because she's this positive beacon of light that will never burn out on you. It's this constant beacon of light, and we all need that. But when this card shows up, we're truly being our best self, so it can reflect or refer to a marriage or work. But whatever it is, you've got everything under control and you are loved. Goes back to the heart, the horse, and we belong, right? I belong. So instead of being feared by everyone who kind of reports to you, you're kind of more of this fierce and loyal advisor. You've got the exuberance. So I would say with all of that, the justice I sense truly is in alignment with the Libra moon. And the wands are the energy of the horse, the passion, the freedom, the abundance is coming in. So it really is a day to go out and hug a tree, embrace the transformation with love, pour love into the chalice, stay on your course, take the path, and enjoy the journey. That's the adventure of it, is the enjoyment, right? No matter how much time it might take, things need time and space to birth through. Especially, we have wood hidden in the month branch there. Here, let me get rid of these. Ding, ding. Where is it? There we go. The nature hidden down there. So it really is a day to kind of give that time and space to birth through. I would say, in the end of spring, early summer, the birthing. But ultimately, we get to decide the definition of what success is for us. So I would really just affirm I am choosing the path to happiness and joy, playing in the field, because that's really where it's at. That childlike wonder, that's the creative energy that somehow we skip that beat, that stone, and we forget to play in the field for a future that really is just galactic and juicy in our essence, in our beingness. So with all of that, InShalla, Ashe, thanks for tuning in. And as always, you can't see me, but I'm doing the hand. I'll see you on the other side.